Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve one of the most asked question during interview that can we implement a stack using only queue? And at first this sound may be impossible because both data structures follow different rules and a stack follow the rule of LIFO, last in first out, and queue follow the rule of FIFO, first in first out. So we can implement this by a step, taking example, doing dry run, and we are going to start and we are going to learn it a step by step. As we already said that a stack a stack follow LIFO, which means last in first out. Like if we push, let it a stack. If we push 10, then 20, and then 30, then the first element to come out should be 30. First element, first element to come out 30. First we do push operation, push 10, push 20, and push 30, and, and pop. If you do pop operation, then 30 will be removed from it. And this is a step 1. Now we are going to show how queue doing these all the things. Now we draw a queue, and but we already know that queue follow FIFO principle, means first in first out. Like we have queue, front, rear. If I insert 10, then 20, then 30, and removing an element always give me 10 first. If we remove the element, we get 10. And now we are going to for a step 3. Now here is the challenge that we only have queue operation available. In queue at the rear, DQ at the front. Means we can insert element from there and we can pop the element from the front. But we somehow need to behave like a stack where the last inserted element comes out first. Our problem our problem will be We only have two operations. We only have two operations available, and in Q at rear, DQ from the front. But we need, but we have like a stack where the last inserted element comes out first. This is our basically a problem statement. So what we covered till now, we covered how a step we have, how queue we have, and now we are going for the step 4. In a step 4, suppose suppose we perform suppose we perform push 10, push 20, and push 30. If you simply use one queue, like if we simply use one queue at 10, 20, and 30. Now ask now question is what happen if I pop? If what happens if I pop? If I pop 10 comes out, but we know that we need to perform a stack operation and a stack should be return 30, but the queue give us 10. Now we are going for the step 5. Our real question becomes how can how can we make 30 appear at the front of queue, because a queue only remove from the front. So let we again we do some observation that suppose we have this 10, 20, and 30, and we need to change it into 30, 20, and 10. So from here, if we DQ the first element, it pop out 30. So now DQ behave just like a stack. But question is, how can we rearrange? A queue doesn't allow insertion at the front, and I cannot directly place 30 here. So simple thing, front, 10, 20. How do we move newly inserted element at the front? Let's try with one more queue and let's try with one more queue. Let Q1 and Q2. We have 10, 20, and Q3 are now is empty. Now instead of trying to insert at front of the first queue, which is not allowed, we will use another empty queue as a temporary storage. Example, suppose we want to push 30 and current queue is 10, Q1 is 10 and 20. So first put 30 in a Q2, like our 30 is here. First place the new element into the empty queue, then most then move a step 1, a step 1. First insert new element in a empty queue, and a step 2. Now move all the previous element after 30. So our Q2 become 30, 10 and 20. Now a step 3. Swap the queue. After inserting element in Q2, our Q1 become empty. And after that we swap our queue. So Q1, Q2. After performing a step 3, our Q1 becomes 30, 10 and 20. And, and after swapping, our main queue again become Q1. And now if we pop element, we get 30 from Q1. So 30 comes out, and that exactly what we want. Every new element reach at the front, so popping automatically behave like a stack. And now we understand the complete intuition why we need two queue. Written the code become very straightforward. Now we know why we need 2q. The next question is what exactly happened during every push? Whenever push a new element, insert into empty queue like Q2 and move element of Q1 into the Q2. And after that, swap Q1 and Q2. These are the only three steps. If we follow them every time we push an element, the newest element will always stay at the front of Q1. Like we have a stack 10, 20, Q1, front 20, 30, and Q2 is empty. Let's push 30 and see if these three steps actually work or not. Insert new element into empty queue. Let insert new element into empty queue. 30. And move move everything from Q1 into Q2. 30 and 10. Now swap all the element. Now after swapping it become 30, 20 and 10 and Q2 again get empty. Now question is where is our top element? Exactly it's already on our front. So now let's convert these three simple steps into code. We will maintain 2q throughout the program. Q1 store our stack while Q2 is just our helper function. First step is insert new element into Q2. Q2 the push. First step is push new element into Q2. And second step, move every element from Q1, move every element from Q1. Take the front element and insert it into Q2 and remove from the Q1 and, and repeat until Q1 becomes empty. Then we swap Q1 and Q2. Finally, swap both Q. Instead of copying every element back, swapping is much more efficient. This is our push operation. And in a pop operation, if Q1 not empty, return. No, we can simply int x equal to Q1 dot pop and return x. Since the top is already at the front, so popping becomes just one DQ operation. And in top, return -1, I will return Q1 dot front. Again, the front element is our stack top and bool and empty operation is return Q1 dot empty. Nothing special here. We simply check our the main queue is empty or not. And we that push operation need big of n and other are taking big of 1 in terms of time complexity. Let's run this. Oi. Undeclared identifier Q2. If Q1 not Oh, oh. So today we learn how to implement a stack using a queue and what are the time complexity of push operations, and we know the push operation of big of n and other are big of 1. So we will cover in next video we will cover more problem like this. So thank you for watching.